So many people at the end of the year, especially those who are in business, who have to sell, whether you're selling B2B or you're selling B2C, many times people just kind of give up. The first thing that I want you to realize when you're thinking about selling at this time of the year is it's not time to give up. This is more like football when the team is behind and they get the 2-minute warning. You know, the old 2-minute warning. The team that's behind and they only have a couple points to catch up, those people are, they don't rest on the sidelines. They don't take a lot of time. In fact, they don't even go back to the huddle. They have a program in place, and that quarterback, he's got plays on his wrist, and they're just calling plays. They're just going into that 2-minute offense where they're just going to hit it hard, and that's exactly what you have to be thinking. You're going to be hitting it hard right now, between now and the end of the year. So I've got a couple of tips here today, and I want to be talking, some of you are B2B sales. You sell to businesses. Maybe you design websites. Maybe you write blogs. Maybe you sell office equipment or insurance to companies. Maybe you are an electrician. Whatever it is, the predominant way that you sell is to businesses. Then we've got people who are B2C. Now, perhaps you have a brick and mortar business, but I really want to address those in direct sales. Those guys and gals out there who might be selling things like weight loss. You might be selling jewelry, makeup, something of this nature. And you're really looking for those last minute holiday sales. So if you're selling B2B, you've got 2 weeks left. You have a full 2 weeks. If you're selling B2C, more than likely you're thinking more holiday sales, and you've got maybe 7 days. If we start counting tomorrow, you've got 7 days, full days of selling until the holidays. So let me address a couple of these issues. I've made myself some notes because I could talk about this. I really could talk about this for a long time. The second thing that I want you to think about is this is when you've got to have a list. And on your list, you want low-hanging fruit. You do not want to put people on that list that are going to just be introduced to your product now. You're looking for either existing clients or people that you have been talking to for a while, people who've been in your sales funnel for a while. The low-hanging fruit, the people who would be especially receptive to your product or service. Now, if you're doing B2B, let me address this and give you a tip here. Your biggest ally right now and the best angle to come at people with is tax write-offs. I was talking to some folks who have been thinking about doing my LinkedIn training. I said, look, we don't have enough time. You don't have the time right now, perhaps, to do the LinkedIn training. But if you purchase it now, you can get a tax write-off for this year, and then we'll plan your training for some time in January. Coaches, you can do this. Anybody who is selling a product, like for instance, if you're a web designer, you're not going to get a website designed before the end of the year, but you can get somebody to pay for it for you to start this project in January, and that way they can get a tax write-off, and you can nail that sale. Also, and this is for those of you who sell weight loss, any kind of physical conditioning. You might be thinking, well, I'll wait till January, and that's when people are going to want, they're going to be thinking dieting and, taking off the pounds that they picked up, over the holidays. No, don't wait till then. If you wait till then, you're competing with everybody else who does weight loss and physical training. Get them now. Find that low-hanging fruit and say, hey, look, you've been talking to me about, maybe the first of the year, you want to get going. If you purchase from me now, all right, I'll give you this discount, whatever. So use that idea of I'm going to sell now, I'm going to get their money now, but it's something that they are going to gain after the first of the year. So this is a powerful, powerful tool. People are going to be spending money on holiday gifts. And how much of that stuff is going to be sold on a yard sale 2 years from now? And I say that to people. How about getting something and investing in yourself, in your future, in something that is going to generate or help your business out? So be thinking about that process and that approach to people. Let me talk to those in direct sales. At this point in time, unless you're selling a product that they're going to purchase now and they're content to receive that gift or that product after the holiday, you can do the same thing that I was just talking about. But for those of you who are in the holiday rush, most of the product that you sell right now is going for the holidays. Well, you only have 7 days left. You only have 7 days left if we start tomorrow. So it's probably not enough time to order from your company and guarantee that it'll be there for the holiday. So you might be selling stock. This is a great time to sell off your stock. What I used to like to do is I would run a different sale every day. So you have 7 days. Now, again, you've got to make your list and make that list of low-hanging fruit, the people who already know you, like you, trust you. For those who are selling for holiday sales, there are people out there like me, okay? And I still have a couple of gifts that I need to get. There's a couple of people, Uncle Tanus is coming in from out of town, sister, so-and-so is going to be here, and I need a little something for her. Well, we have these last minute gifts that we need. So be thinking ahead, be calling some of your client base and be saying, hey, I have that last minute gift and I can give it to you at a discount, blah, blah, blah. So I have the 7 days of Christmas sales. And what I do here is every day I have a different theme. And you can do these as Facebook events, all right? So you might have, today I have a special on stocking stuffers. You might need a little something special for a stocking stuffer. And I've got this for you, blah, blah, blah. So that's that day. I've got the next day it might be, I've got a special on gifts that'll work for the college student that's coming home. I've got gifts for grandchildren. I've got gifts for the man who's got everything. 7 days of this that you're putting out on Facebook, but don't depend on social media alone to help you gain these sales. The ultimate thing that you've got to do at this point in time is you've got to pick up the phone. You've got to pick up the phone and call these people. Give them your benefits, results, and solutions. Hey, I've got an answer for the last minute gift you couldn't find. I'm all ears. I'm all ears for things like that. I've got a sale here on such and such. Or if you remember, be thinking about those tax write-offs that you can give to businesses. If I know you've been talking to me about a new website. Well, let me tell you, here's what we can do. I can give you a special on a website right now, and you can gain a tax write-off for this year, and then we'll get started for next year. So be thinking along those lines and realize that if you're selling for the holidays, you still have 7 days left, especially if you're selling off stock. You have 7 days left. I used to have a goal that I would have all of my stock gone, totally gone, before the holiday. And if I had something left on my shelf, I was calling till I moved that product. I'm telling you, you'll move it to review. If you're selling to businesses, come at them from the tax advantage angle. What they can get in tax breaks, and they'll get their product after the first of the year, whether it's coaching, whether it's training. We have people who are paying for their sales boot camps and their speakers boot camp now, and the boot camp's not going to be till May, but they want that tax write-off now. So this is a really awesome way to get people to initiate, to actually purchase the product. Also, if you are selling any form of weight loss, exercise, what have you, don't wait till January when everybody who does that is selling. Get them now. Get them to invest in a healthier 2017 now. Give them some sort of a sale, some sort of a 10% discount. If you purchase now rather than waiting till January 1st, you know you're going to want it. You know you're going to need it. If you are selling for the holiday, you have 7 days left. Everybody needs to be picking up the phone, making that contact. Make those lists. Make your list today. Make sure these are people who already know you, like you, trust you, and these are folks that have maybe purchased you from you in the past, or you have been talking to for the past couple months, and you know that they're interested. These are some ideas. The biggest issue is keep the pedal to the metal. It's not over until it's over, and it's not over yet. So go out there, get those end of month sales. Take care. Happy holidays.